Okay, so we was in the rain last night. As y'all know, I don't have a protective case on my phone, so therefore my phone got wet because it's already cracked again. We had just replaced the face of the phone recently. Shout out to NYC Facts. Um, so yeah, there was no live this morning because it looked like this. But I did drop some videos. I tried to drop more videos than I did drop, but because of where I live, my reception isn't so great. So I was having problems getting them uploaded to YouTube. With that being said, we got a conversation today. Tekashi 6ix9ine allegedly turned himself into the Dominican police. He has a lot of things going on there. I'm going to do a 10-minute video also, but I might as well just break down the information in which I received. So basically what happened was allegedly. So remember Anil? Anil? I think his name is pronounced Anil. Anuel. He is an artist, apparently. And what basically happened was Tekashi 6ix9ine had been dating his like baby mama or his ex-girlfriend or his ex-wife or some shit. I don't know. And while he was doing this, allegedly him and her have broken up also. So there. And what ends up happening is I guess he's still trying to get with her or trying to, and so allegedly while she was busy making music with this DJ, with this producer, at some point he was busy having communications to Tekashi 6ix9ine and the girl, Yalin, I think her name is. They was having communications on the phone. He made it seem like he was still in Miami, or he was in Miami. She was talking to him. I guess she told him where he was, whatever the case was, where she, told him where she was. He shows up, but she had just left, and so did the producer guy. And then they beat up two random people. No, doing. What in the hell, fam? Then they beat up two random people. Now it gets worse from there. Hold on. Looking for something. Yeah, so they beat up two random people. It gets worse from there though. Apparently one of the dudes, the randoms that they beat up, that had nothing to do with anything. Apparently one of them got a broken jaw. Duh, that's a lawsuit. I don't know what to tell you. So apparently one of them got a broken jaw. There's another dude that they're still looking for. He just out on the lam. And allegedly this was all done over a jealousy. And now I want to say something. I don't know Tekashi 6ix9ine personally. I have no idea what kind of person he is. But I can tell you this. It seems like ever since that situation happened with Sarah Molina and him and her separated, it seems like every single thing that he does revolves around a female. Everything. What up, Smoke Rebel? I find that interesting. And I stand by this next statement I'm going to make. Sarah Molina is one of the prettiest chicks in the industry. I stand by that. Pretty. Like, pretty. She has a nice shape. I hope she doesn't go and get any extra stuff done to her. She doesn't need it. And she is one of the prettiest chicks in the industry. Like, I don't even want to know if you want to call it in the industry what she is. Hands down, like she's one of the prettiest. I wouldn't be surprised if he's never recovered from that situation, because they haven't. She has not. Tekashi 6ix9ine is up. I want to just mention something about Sarah Molina. Something I noticed. So they're pissed off at Tekashi, right? Because he gave them like 200K when at they split up, and they were not great at money management. Hell, all of us fell at money management at points. They went and spent that money as a down payment on a house, basically. That was like one of the worst things that I believe they could have did with the money. They did like a down payment on a house. They have no income. They didn't flip the money. They went and acquired something that was it doesn't bring in money. It pushes money out. Pardon me for also part of my screen. It'll get clearer over the days. So I say all that to say this. I don't think their whole entire family has ever recovered. I don't think Tekashi recovered. I don't think Sarah Molina's recovered. And I say all that to say this. We got to start respecting our situations better. I know what happened. That boy was in love with that girl, and they needed to break that up so they could control him. And they turned him into who he is, kinda. You know what I'm saying? It was always in him, but kinda. Just something to think about. They had to convince him to cheat on her. He was scared. That's a whole nother story, though. That's a whole nother story, though. Get back to the shit that happened in DR. That's a whole nother. Because I want to. I numerous times I wanted to have conversations about the Sarah Molina situation. Every single time she brings up how he's not doing nothing for their child. You took 200K. You thought he was gonna get locked up. He didn't get locked up. But you did take 200K. You just didn't spend it the right way. Y'all didn't use it the right way. You didn't use it to make more money. And on top of that, can I just say something? Because this part kills me. She had a pretty good fan base at that point. If her and her family would have just started making merch and not with that trying to get the Cactus Gang, somebody already owned that, so they couldn't do nothing with that. But if they would have started making merch, they had 200K. They could have spent $10,000 and got straight. Got themselves a warehouse. Got themselves the equipment they need to make the damn merchandise. They could have took 10K and got. They could have took 5K and got everything they needed. They could have took 1K and set themselves up. That's just rich poor dad poor. Rich dad poor dad. They got a liability instead of an asset. What up, Kyra knows? They went and got a liability instead of an asset, man. I'm pretty sure her parents convinced her to do that, though. Greetings. I'm pretty sure her parents convinced her to do that, though. You know, they was like, you gotta make a nest egg. Because it's the old way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to stop thinking like that. That's the old way of thinking. You know how I keep trying to tell y'all we got to get new politicians because we got new problems. We got to get rid of those politicians that's trying to solve the problems in the 1970s. We got to get rid of them. The problems in the 1970s have progressed. Now, those problems is different problems. Those trying to solve the problems in the 1970s, you're not going to end up solving nothing. Could I also mention something real quick? And this is, I just want to be clear on this. I'm going to get back to the Tekashi 6ix9ine. Also, our phone is not I'm having the charging problems because we was out in the rain yesterday. I'm having the charging problems because I think it's because we were out in the rain yesterday and it was real bad. But I brought y'all I brought y'all the stuff from the kids out there playing football. I want to do more stuff like that. I'm gonna go talk to a couple of people and try to make more stuff happen. Not just the people out there. I got some communications from some people that ain't even that just was gonna just out there that day, and they usually work different places. So we're gonna try to see what we can do. I would like to create a certain thing. I'm gonna need people with me. Obviously, I can't do it all by myself, but we're gonna try to create a thing. If not nothing else, that's our new team. That's who we follow. The Coney Island Sharks. Sharks. I don't know why I keep saying it like that. Sharks. I don't know why I'm having a problem saying that word. Anyway, y'all ready to get back to the also, I'm trying my best with the power, but I don't know how well the charge is gonna go. I'm looking for a different thing right now. Hold on. Ah. Oh, appreciate you. So let's get back to the Dominican Republic thing. I just gotta be honest with you. I just think Sarah Molina is gorgeous. I've seen her in real life, and I was actually disappointed that she had makeup on because I think she's gorgeous and I don't think she needs the makeup. Sharks. I don't think she needs the makeup. I just don't think she needs the makeup. I think a little bit of makeup is fine, but sometimes y'all be just doing way too much, and it just just doing way too much. Some of that makeup should only be for the pictures. You understand what I'm saying? Like only for the pictures. Like if you're not gonna be out there taking no pictures, there's no reason to get all that makeup on you. Only for the pictures. For the real life, talking to us face to face, you don't need it. She's gorgeous. In any regard, I wish she was doing stuff that was positive for us to speak on. Because we would. With that being said, let's get back on Tekashi 6ix9ine and the Dominican Republic thing. I want to be clear about something. So the Yallen girl, he's not with her anymore. The Yallen girl, he's not with her anymore. He's not with Yallen. That's Anul. I don't know how to say that guy's name. But that's his ex-girlfriend or baby mama or some shit. I don't know, fam. I'm not really into this gossip shit. It's just that the gossip shit led to some real shit. So apparently what had happened was she's making an album. She records. She was in the studio with some producer guy. The guy's in the Dominican Republic. She thought Tekashi 6ix9ine was in Miami because she was talking to him on the phone or texting or something. And that's basically what he was saying. What he ended up doing was popping up at the damn studio. But when he popped up at the studio, they had just left. So the people that was there had nothing to do with nothing. Anyway, they rushed two dudes and beat the living crap out of them. One of the dudes got a broken jaw. Now, I find something interesting. See, I didn't know which photo that was that they actually have out there. I didn't know if that was a recent Tekashi 6ix9ine got arrested or previous, but obviously it was previous. So one of the things I would like to know is, like, because they said that they just jumped on the guys, and one dude was like, he got beat, and he never got beat like that before. Like, he was just like, his life was flashing before his eyes. And I'm just curious. So they went straight to the airport. I don't know if they went straight to the airport. At some point or another, Tekashi and the 6ix9ines go to the airport. They try to leave the country. There's some kind of like detained thing put on them where they can't leave the country because, passports or whatever. I don't know. Do you even need a passport to go to the DR? One through 6 and 6 through 9. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. You can tell me though. So apparently he just got jealous, but he's not with the girl no more, allegedly. I'm going to tell you what happens to a lot of us guys. You know, a lot of us guys, we end up going somewhere and arguing over some girl. Like, that's my girl. But she done told everybody she ain't with you, my nigga. That happen all the time. That's why whenever a chick start acting like she's drifting away from me, I just believe it. I just be like, well, I guess this relationship over with. Yep, I be like, well, I guess this relationship over with. Because you'll be out there with a chick and you'll think that that's your girl, but she busy telling everybody in the whole world, y'all not together no more. So when you show up arguing or angry over some shit, people looking at you like, yo, he a stalker. Nah, not gonna happen to me. Once I start getting that, we might not be like, then I'm just gonna like, well, she might be already telling everybody she don't fuck with me. I'm walking around in the street holding her hand, and people think I'm fucking holding her hostage. You said 6ix9ine got arrested? On what? I heard he went into the police station. I heard he turned himself in. What are you talking about? I heard he turned himself in. I don't know if he turned himself in or not. He probably got arrested where you said he got arrested at, but I heard he turned himself in. In any regard. Is that where the police station at? I don't understand what that's supposed to mean. Is that the streets the police station is on? You said an address, fam. like that's where they picked him up at. I don't get it. I don't live in the Dominican. You said an address, like that's where they picked him up from. I don't live in the Dominican. I don't know what that fucking street is. Is that like a big street? Is that a popular street? Like if we was talking about the Bronx and we said the Grand Concourse, is that something people know? Like if we was talking about Brooklyn, somebody said Flatbush. I'm curious. I want to like you just said an address. Like, am I supposed to know what that is? He most likely mad he spent all that money on her and got played for a sucker for love. Wrote up real righteous. No, 100% agree. I 100% can see that. First of all, when I heard that he went and got $2 million just so he could buy Birkin bags and bang the friends of some chick that he was dating previously, that's bananas. Like, fam, why are you that invested? That's bananas. Like, that's banana. First of all, I don't think I've ever dated a chick. And I don't think ever in my life have I ever in my life ever been dating a female, got mad at her, and thought I'm gonna bang your friends. Never in my life. Never in my life. I never in my life was sitting around thinking, oh, I'm mad at her, I'm gonna bang her friend. We broke up, I'm gonna bang her friend. Never in my life. Have I ever banged a chick's friend that I was talking to? Absolutely. That's happened. But that's a whole different story. And she had already did that thing that I said, where it was already a known that we wasn't fucking with each other anymore. And I didn't go after her friend, and I didn't even know they were friends, just so we could be clear, until after we had sex. It was a pretty hot commodity. I don't know what to tell you. Homegirl literally went and asked my friend to introduce us. They're saying he could face 3 to 10 years in jail. He was never a gangster. He wants to be one. He just got caught up. He was never a gangster. He just wanted to be one. He wanted to be the popular guys. You know, he was never a gangster. I don't even know why you would want to be a gangster. Like, do you know the gangster niggas don't really want to be gangsters? They just want to enjoy themselves and have fun. You have all the money. You're already enjoying yourself and having fun, but instead you want to go be a gangster. You do know that, right? Most gangster niggas, they not walking around outside thinking, yo, let me think about the gangster things I could get into today. Yeah, like that's crazy. What up, Nervin? That's bananas, man. It's bananas. Gangster, the niggas I know that's gangster is shit. Them niggas isn't even thinking about stuff like that. They trying to go have fun and relax and laugh and enjoy life. They not sitting around thinking about what gangster shit they could get into. Just if gangster shit come up, it is what it is. You're not sitting around thinking about getting involved in bullshit. What the fuck? That's what I be trying to explain. This is why I avoid all problems. Because nowadays, that's what niggas is doing. They sitting around trying to figure out how they could get involved in shit. They sitting around thinking about how they could get involved in shit. Pretty soon, a lot of these scammers, a lot of these, what do you call them niggas that do the pranksters, guys? Sooner or later, you're going to see more of them dudes turning up dead, fam. I promise you. As people start realizing that this shit ain't pranking. What they doing ain't pranking, fam. What they doing is just disrespecting and bullying niggas. And then say, oh, it's a prank. So now you got to laugh and be cool with it. You understand what I'm saying? I don't respect that. I don't respect that at all. And I never respected pranks. I'm going to tell you why. So I was a little kid. And this is when I was about, I don't know, 2 years old, 2, 3 years old. My oldest brother used to always play pranks on my other brother. That's the one older than me. And when I was a kid, I laughed with him. And I used to think, for years, he was so funny. He was such a funny brother, right? And then I got older and I started thinking about the pranks that he was doing. He wasn't pranking my brother. He was just making that nigga life difficult for no reason. Like, for no reason. He was just making this nigga life difficult. Just being a dick. Sorry about that. Yeah, he was just being a dick. Just making my other brother life difficult for no reason at all. I got older and I really started realizing that. And then I started looking at what he was doing differently. And then I got in like closer to God. And I started realizing what he was doing. He had something in him that was trying to corrupt my other brother. You understand? That's all that was going on. He was dealing with something, struggling with something. And that thing that he was struggling with was trying to corrupt my brother, my other brother. You understand? And cause him distress. So he's unhappy. You understand? So that's how I start looking at shit. The thing that you're doing, if you're not doing something to somebody that they can laugh with you, then you're doing something Satan sent you. And I don't want to hear that they don't have a sense of humor. Because then probably you shouldn't be playing with them. You can tell 6ix9ine didn't get girls. He didn't get any females. I'm going to explain something to y'all. I need for y'all to understand this. Yeah, wickedness, that's a fact. It's a fact. That's how I took it. You know what I'm saying? To him, he was joking. I was a little kid, so I thought it was playing. But my brother was going through it. My other brother's not right for that. He was, he was old enough to know when enough was enough, you know? And even to this day, he's the same way. Like he's always trying to disrespect other people's boundaries. To this day. Always trying to invade other people's boundaries. Anyway, let's get back to what we're talking about. What we talking about? Put it in the chat. Somebody put my Cash App in the shoot. Oh, definitely all praises to the Most High. Somebody put my Cash App in the chat. Our our battery is not due. I was in the rain the other day. You know our phone is doing whatever it's doing. I was in the rain the other day. Okay, I don't know Christopher, but it looks like you're about to come in here and try to gaslight me. All is well. How are you doing, my brother? Somebody put the Cash App in the chat. Our battery life isn't doing great. So whatever y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat right now. If y'all want to discuss something else, I'm up for discussing anything else other than myself. Put it in the chat right now, because our battery life is not doing incredible today. So we want to make sure that I get an opportunity to talk to y'all. Appreciate you. I have people following me around in real life all day trying to make my life hell. I have no other way to explain it to you. So I am not very, they're just following me around trying to make my life as terrible as it could possibly be. It's I don't know what to tell you. That's what I'm doing. Coffee. I am very happy that I decided that I was not only gonna have French vanilla as my coffee flavoring. For everybody that don't know, I've been like primarily only using French vanilla as my coffee flavoring for years. I just decided to stop only using that, and this is a good decision. Nerve and Number says 6ix9ine's doing too much. I have no idea if you're the real Nerve and Numbers. I have no idea. But yes, I am gonna say he's been doing too much. That's literally his thing. This is the problem with people. He's a tryhard. So he's always trying too hard. You understand what I'm saying? He's a tryhard. He's always trying too hard. The person that just sent me that, I can't look at it right now, so my apologies. He's a tryhard. He always trying too hard. Like, he's the dude that you don't really want to go nowhere with. You understand what I'm saying? When y'all not green team, I can't tell, fam. I'm just keeping it a stack with you. You're not green team. Kyra's not green team. I can't tell if they cloning your accounts or not. Real Righteous is in green team. I can't tell if they cloning your accounts or not. I'm just assuming that is y'all, you know, until y'all start talking crazy and then I kick you. I can't tell. The only way I know for certain is when you do Cash App. I just assume when you guys are green team that it's the real you. There is a video of 6ix9ine getting arrested. That's what you just sent me. Salute. I'll do a video on it tomorrow. I'll do a 10-minute video. We back up with 10-minute videos. Make sure you keep sending me stuff when you think I should be doing 10-minute videos. I'm going to make sure I do Tekashi updates every day from now on. We're going to find storylines, and I'm going to make sure I do updates every day. Even if we have the live stream conversation, and that's hot. Even if we have the live stream conversation. Nervin Nimble says he has no guidance. Okay, so we always need mentors. I think it's more that he's too emotional. I don't even want to say emotional. Like, there's a difference. Like, I'm not emotional. I just get triggered because of some human beings have just had very traumatic things happen to them throughout their lives. Somebody did a donation? Yeah, thank you for all donations, even though we haven't gotten one yet. Thank you for all donations. I definitely appreciate you guys. Hold on. Listen to what I got to say. Some of us have been through, have had tragic things happen to us in our childhood. And things trigger it. Like, imagine constantly being reminded of some of the worst things that's ever happened to you in your life every single day. And then people laughing because to them it's funny. And every day you have to relive some of the worst things that's ever happened to you in your life. While people laugh at you because to them it's funny. And if you don't laugh with them, that means that you don't get the joke. So I just want to make sure that there's a differentiation between somebody getting triggered because of a terrible memory and what he's doing. I don't believe that's his case. I don't know what his case could be, but I don't believe that's his case because he goes and he looks out for it. What I do believe is this. Because of the situation where he lost Sarah Molina and he's not with her no more, I do think that weighs big on him. I think that weighs big on him, really big. Yeah. I do think that weighs big on him. The losing of Sarah Molina. I don't think any of these chicks he's dating is better than her. I don't think no chick I seen him get with is better than her. Why is what? I can't see these right now, homie, but as soon as I can, I will. And if we only got a couple of people in here, but if you are enjoying the show, pull up to the super chat and or the Cash App. Or you could go cop some merch. Did I pin some merch? I pinned some merch? Sometimes I forget. Or you could go cop some merch. I like the fact that people that actually do social media believe I can do it. And it seems like the people that don't, like people that got shitty social media pages, they always think that what I'm doing something wrong or I'm bad at it or some shit. I don't want to say Shotty did or didn't sleep with her. That's one. Two, never go back to a woman that cheats on you. So I'm not saying he needs to be with her, just so we can be clear. Never go back to a woman that cheats on you. And it has something to do with God, literally. You understand? Us as men, they've diluted what relationships is. Us as men are never supposed to go back to women that cheat on us. Ever. Now, a woman is going to say, but what when a man, stop. We're not talking about that. Men is supposed to have more than one wife. Are you allowing your husband to have more than one wife? So we don't want to talk about cheating. I'm going to say that again. Men are supposed to have more than one wife. Are you allowing your husband? So I don't want to hear about cheating. Men are not supposed to go back to a woman that cheats on them. I don't want to get too much further into it, but if a woman cheat on you, don't go back to her. You're literally hurting yourself in the eyes of God. Literally. Let him have her. If you were doing right by her, God is going to have her cheat with somebody less than you. It's going to be her loss. It's okay. Move on. Jade was okay. Jade was okay. I know about Jade. Jade was okay. But Sarah Molina, no. Sarah Molina's bad. Sarah Molina got a natural body, fam. She just had a little bit of the shape, body shape, but her shit is natural, fam. To me, you don't have to have the baddest body if your shit is natural. Because you still have what God gave you. So you have that figure that God gave you. So it might not be a figure 8, but it might be a wine glass. Just saying. Shoot, the shorty that I'm interested in, she doesn't have the fattest fucking ass. She has a very pretty face. She has a very, 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 very nice voice. And I think she has a warm heart. And she has a nice ass. I mean, it's nice. I like it. I'm just not really into all of this extra. I'm just not into it. I have no idea. If he does 10 years, I hope he hides his money somewhere. He doesn't have any money, allegedly. Allegedly. Did you hear the Will I Do It? What's that guy named? Steve Will Do It? Steve Done It? I don't know what that guy's name is. The dude, that his name is a whole complete sentence. That guy said that 6ix9ine doesn't have any bread. What the fuck does he know? In any regard, he said he helped 6ix9ine get a deal with a gaming company. They advanced him $2 million. All he had to do was play video games for 1 hour a week. And if the advance was $2 million and all he had to do was play video games for 1 hour a week, fam, how did you not do that? First of all, I'd be probably playing video games way more than 1 hour a week. I'm trying to get the fucking bonus. And it's fucking video games. Like, even if it's a game I don't like, it's 1 hour. Even if it's a game I absolutely hate, it's 1 hour. I have no idea if anybody dropped anything into the Cash App at all. So if you did drop something into the Cash App, let me know so I can open up the app and call it. Yeah, he helped him, but that doesn't mean he's broke. No, I don't think he's broke at all. That would be insane. I'm not thinking he's broke. I'm just saying I don't think that he has it the way that it has been purported that he has had it previously. That's it. I don't think he's broke. Copy. Yeah, I don't think he's broke. That's insane. He has friends he has friends that he can call up and they'll slide him 5,000 here, 10,000 there. to get things done. You know, he's okay. He can call up whoever, some clothing company, and probably, you know, throw on a little bit of their merch and go on his IG. He's fine. I think more of the problem is that he just hasn't found his niche right now. He's moving to everywhere. He needs to focus on one thing, and it'd probably be a benefit. I don't know. What the fuck do I know? I'm not him. I don't know what kind of problems he do or don't have. I have no idea what his intelligence is or isn't, but what I do know is this. He just went to the Dominican Republic and did a thing that's going to cause for him to have to go deal with the police. That can't be smart. He's not helping out for a good reason. He's not helping out for a good reason. But if I was him and I had the resources that he has, see, he can't help. Okay, so I'll tell it the way that I know it. And I'm not trying to defend the guy. But it's not like they want help. They want him to give them the money so they can do what they want with the money. Christmas came, they bought the kid toys. That wasn't good enough. What about their bills? He gave her $200K. Instead of them using that money to make money, they used that money and they bought a liability, a house. Now they're mad because the house is costing them money and making their life a lot more difficult than they thought it was going to make them. Because they thought by buying a house, they made it. I don't know if it's fair to allow for them to make their problem 6ix9ine's problem. Hold on. But, hold on. Yeah, but they also aren't going to let 6ix9ine have his daughter to go do things with his daughter. This isn't one of those relationships. It's not like they're dropping his daughter off to him and letting him have his daughter for a weekend. I don't know if that's even a thing that he wants. But there is no co-parenting done here, as far as I know. And he gave them $200K. And they signed off on the $200K for him to leave their lives. They go their separate ways. And now, why do you think she's not asking for child support, fam? And now that they got the $200K, it didn't go necessarily the way that they wanted it to go. He didn't go to jail. I don't know if I'm mad at him for not helping them with their... They tried to screw him, fam. Okay, I'll explain something because I can talk about this now. He gave him $200K. I could talk about this now, so I want to explain something. I spoke about this previously, but I try not to talk about this because of my living situation. But I want to explain something to you. Do y'all remember the dude that used to be in here, Justin 2.0? Do y'all remember he used to be in this chat all the time? He used to always try to argue with everybody. Y'all remember that? He used to always be in here. He always disrespecting, arguing with people all the time. And I always had to put him on timeouts. I literally had to kick him, and that's why he had to come back with the Justin 2.0. Y'all remember this guy? Always arguing with people. Always starting trouble. Always trying to pick at somebody. Y'all remember him, right? So, the year I moved here in November. The year I moved here, in the summer. Let me tell you about this. Listen and pay attention. In the summer, he contacts me and tells me that he has an apartment, this apartment. And what's basically going on is that he can't afford to pay the rent because he lives with his girlfriend somewhere else. And he's currently helping her pay her rent. So he couldn't pay the rent. He was going to lose the apartment. It was a big problem. He said he knew I was in the hostels at that point. And he said, I can stay here and I'll just help him out with the rent. So I'll stay here and I'll pay him something like $600 a month. I'm not going to tell you what the rent was, but I was paying a little bit. I was, $600 a month, right? That's what we agreed on, right? Wait, I'm jumping ahead of myself. So when the summer came and he told me in the summer, I had told him no. I actually spoken to somebody and they said that they don't trust him. They knew who he was in the chat. They said they don't trust him. I spoke to another person and they said, no, go with my gut. How do I feel about it? So I seen him arguing with people all the time in the chat for no reason. So I didn't take it. So fast forwarded, we had this conversation probably June, July. Fast forwarded to November. I was in a jam. I had no other recourse. I call him up and I ask him, is the situation still viable? He tells me yes. I'm like, cool. So we make a decision. We make an agreement. I basically tell him, I'm not trying to live here. I'm making good money on YouTube at this point. You guys are donating somewhere between $400 a week. Real talk. You guys at this point is donating between like $400 a week, $350 to $400 a week. Something like that. You guys was doing incredible. I want to clap it up for all you guys that was here at that point and your generosity. Because, without it, I don't know what I would have done. So you guys was donating about $400 a week, right? Give or take. Sometimes more, sometimes less. So so what happens is we make the agreement. I tell him I'm giving him $600 a month. I move in sometime at the end of November. End of November, beginning of December. I'm not 100% sure. What up, Bounce? So what ends up happening is I'm living here and he calls me up in the middle of the night a couple of days before Christmas. It's probably the 23rd, I believe. And he tells me that I have to get out the apartment. He says that he has a problem with the landlord because he had not been paying rent. And apparently, allegedly, the landlord called him in the middle of the night to argue with him about it. Now, I'll tell you about that in a minute because that's not what happened. So he calls me up and he tells me that I got to get out. Now, I had just paid him some money. I gave him about $300 like a couple of days before this. So I'm like, what? I'm like, hold on. You give her some money, I'm pretty sure there's not going to be an issue. The issue is she needs some money because you haven't been paying her. So he was like, da. So I said, I tell you what, I'm going to shoot you $600 right now. You give her the $600, and I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get to the next month, and then we could work it out. He said, all right, not a problem. I shoot him the $600. This is 2 days before Christmas. I shoot him the $600. Boom. Go about my business. Now we're going to fast forward it to about the weekend before, probably about 3 days before the new year. The landlord knocks on the door. She tells me that I have to get out because Justin is not paying her the rent. I said, you're lying. I said, I just gave him money to give you just the other day. She said she ain't give him no money. She said she's never received any money from him, ever. I just gave him $300 to give to you, and then I just gave him $600 more to give to you. She said, no, that's not what happened. I said, no. I pull out the phone. I show where I sent him the money. See? She says, you sent that to him to pay me? I said, yes. Right then and there, me and her make a deal. If I send her the thing, she will then release the apartment to me. I screenshot it, I sent it to her. That dude tried to make me homeless on Christmas, and then he tried to make me homeless on New Year's. And he has the nerve to go tell people that I stole this apartment from him. This apartment that he has not paid rent at, not one time. Has people following me around in the street, yelling at me, cursing at me, and disrespecting me. Because they believe that I bullied this dude. He's about this tall. Because they believe I bullied this dude. When in reality, he was trying to do me dirty, and God had my back. So what he started doing was he started just calling her in the middle of the night. Hold on. It's not over. He was just calling her in the middle of the night, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and harassing her about me. Trying to get her to kick me out. So he just calling her up, harassing her about me. Calling her up, harassing her about me. Calling her up, harassing her about me. All the time. She's coming to me. She don't know why he's doing this. She's coming to me. So that's why they keep coming in here talking about you getting evicted. Get it? They're harassing her until she evict me. Yeah, I remember the dude. He used to come in here trying to argue with everybody. He's a little guy. Like he a little guy. Like he a speed bump. Like he a little guy. You understand what I'm saying? Mama used to always come in here arguing all the time. Like just beefing with people over nothing. Just turn everything into an argument. You understand what I'm saying? So he got people following me around doing that now. Just people just following me around, just trying to get into a conversation with me to create an argument, or trying to have people come up to me and say weirdo shit. So that's my life now, and I didn't do nothing wrong. Also, these people think I'm crazy, while all they do is come around me and do crazy things. So my whole life is just people doing the most crazy, insane things to me, and then calling me crazy while they're doing these absolutely bananas things. Yeah, gaslighting. That's what they're doing. While they're doing these absolutely bananas things that don't make any sense. Like just absolutely bananas things. And then they call me crazy. Well, they just bananas. I don't know. Bananas. I don't know what to tell you. Just bananas shit. Just bananas, man. I don't know how to explain it to you. Yes. I'm just being perfectly honest with you. For the longest time, I just thought crazy people lived in Coney Island. So when I moved out here, for the longest time, I just thought everybody was crazy. So that's initially why I just wasn't talking to nobody. I just thought everybody was crazy. Because people keep, even to this day, people just keep coming up to me and talking to me in ways that don't make no sense. Like, you know, my brain can't compute it. It just don't make no sense. So I just was walking around. I just thought everybody was crazy and drug addicts. I'm just being honest with you. That's what I thought. Let's get back to it. If you are enjoying any aspect of the show, you can always pull up to the Cash App, Super Chat, and or PayPal. And we could just use some. We could use some Super Chats. We could really use some. Pardon me. We could use some Cash Apps tonight. Also, we could really use some. Somebody said Dominican dude snitching on a snitch. Shout out to Elements Gaming. So And I want to be clear about something about the whole situation that's happening over with Tekashi 6ix9ine and DR. I don't think niggas is. I think people are gonna just tell on him. Like I think if Tekashi 6ix9ine gets into anything anywhere on the planet, I think like he's the one guy that if somebody snitches on him, people are gonna be like, good riddance. I think he's like the one guy and shit. Good riddance. Phone got wet, so I'm having problems charging it. So it's gonna probably be having a little bit of problems for the next couple of days. And hopefully it'll fix up. Be like, good riddance. What else y'all want to talk about? My phone is not in the best condition right now because we was out in the rain all day the other day. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Come on, let's go. Anything y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Is that really bounce? That might not be really bounce. I think that's really bounce though. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I go through. But I mean, it is what it is. And I'm gonna say something that's really don't make any sense to me. If I don't like somebody, I don't go around them. So there's some people that I don't like, so I just avoid them. And you know the reason why they think that I'm avoiding them is because I'm scared of them. I don't like you. Not you, Bounce. Not anybody in the chat that I'm speaking to directly. I'm talking about these people. I don't like you. Why in the hell would people want to go around people they don't like? Like, that's really what niggas is doing nowadays? Like, y'all really just go around people y'all don't like? Y'all can't be from my generation, fam. My generation don't do that. We don't like a nigga. We don't like you, fam. We not trying to hang out with you. We not trying to hang out with you. We don't like a nigga. We don't like a nigga. Period. I don't understand this. You don't like a person and then go hang out around them. I promise you, once I stop liking the person, it's a good chance I'm never even going to talk to you again. Do you think the Treyway case still bothers him? I don't think the Treyway case ever bothered him. Shout out to Fu Banger. Fu Banger just got home. Fool, when we get our shit together over here, if somebody send a word out, of course you come talk. You can come pull up. And I just mentioned you, so all of the dick riders, they gonna be hitting you up, trying to see if they can get an interview. Shout out to Bounce. He said, please spread some love to the app. I could definitely appreciate some love tonight. Somebody pull up. Dude, I have a ton of people mad at me because some weirdo ass nigga couldn't get over on me. God had my back. God doubled down, and that's the only reason why I'm talking about it right now. God doubled down and did even more for me. It's just not something I could talk about. I mean, I can talk about it maybe in the future, in the distant future. Not something I could talk about right now. God doubled down on and helped me out. Yeah, fool got home. God doubled down. I don't know what to tell you, fam. God doubled down. And our computer is still coming. It's just taking a long time. It just is what it is. We're going to be patient. Somebody is doing it out of kindness of their heart. I didn't ask them for shit. They just pulled up on me and said, Frost, you did some good stuff for me in the past, and I want to do some good stuff for you now. They just repaying me back for some stuff that I did for them, apparently. So, no, if they do it, they do it. If they don't, they don't. Apparently, it's just payback, you know. They called it karma, apparently. So, they do it, they do it. If they don't, they don't. It is what it is. I spoke to my other, it reinvigorated a different idea, and I spoke to my other peoples, and so something is gonna happen soon. Period. Something's gonna, and when I say soon, I mean like a couple of weeks. I don't mean a couple of days. I remember you covered the credit, you never got the credit. I didn't get the credit from street niggas, but people know about me, fam. People know about me. You'd be surprised. Like if you ever really go somewhere with me, you know what I'm saying? You'd be in a room with nothing but suits and shit. You'd be surprised who know me. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised who know me, fam. I keep trying to tell you, the people that actually do this, they think I'm incredible at it. Be surprised. Be surprised if the people know who I am, man. I'm surprised sometimes. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't look at myself the way people are trying to tell you I do. Like I don't look at myself like I'm better than anybody else. I just have boundaries, fam. And I don't have to allow just because you don't like my boundaries, that don't mean that I can't have them. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people that I'm just never gonna fuck with because they just invaded my boundaries. You understand what I'm saying? And when I explain, they thought it was a joke and they just keep doing it, or they did it, or they didn't take me seriously. So there's a ton of people like shit. I have blood relatives that I'm never gonna talk to again because they didn't want to respect my boundaries. So it is what it is. I'm not going to discuss it with you. You don't want to respect my boundaries, not a problem. You think it's a joke, not a problem. You think I'm too sensitive, not a problem. I think you got Satan's energy. And I think that you're trying to slowly indoctrinate me into that shit. How about that? That's how they do you. They slowly indoctrinate you in, make you think that everything's okay. It's not that big of a problem. Everybody do this. Slowly get you indoctrinated in. Nah, you too sensitive. Lower your guard. Slowly indoctrinate you in. Until you remove all of the safeguards that God put there. Like God put safeguards on our hearts and on our minds. He put safeguards there. Why do you think certain individuals are after the children? Because when you get to a certain age, it's harder to break through those safeguards. Depending on what the thing is. God put safeguards. I have no idea if anybody dropped any. If anybody drops anything, and I'm just gonna open up. If I go open up the app, I might get kicked out of here. I don't know if the app is open. Somebody send $1 so I could make sure that the fucking app is open, so I can make sure I can see my app. After you send $1, let me know. Don't just send it and don't tell me, because then if it don't give me an alert, I won't know. I'm curious as to if the damn thing is open. The reason why I say that is because there be lives that I'll fucking, pardon me, the app don't be open or whatever the case is. And I'll finish the live and then I'll go about my day. And then like 2 hours after the live, I'll get then the notification will come through and I'll be like, oh shit, I didn't even know. Or I'll just randomly go open it up and be like, oh shit, I had no idea. And I didn't call the people's names. And I feel like a dick. Anything else y'all want to talk about? We got a couple of more minutes before the battery goes completely dead. The phone got wet yesterday. I'm gonna have to be dealing with the fact that the phone got wet for a couple of days. Maybe 6ix9ine needs to do time to really change. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Does a person need to change, or do a person needs to be properly motivated? What do you think it could be? Like, focus on that. Like sometimes people think that a person need to change, but a person, like, okay, I'm gonna give you a good example. So when I was growing up, I have my oldest brother, and all he used to always try to do is trigger my anxiety. Now, go speak to a psychiatrist. They'll tell you that's literally not a good idea. Like, you don't do that to somebody that you love. Like, if you love somebody, you do not do that. You understand? So hold on. So I don't like to say somebody has to change, because we don't know why they're doing whatever that action is that we don't like. When I look at 6ix9ine, I see anxiety on him more than anything else. I'm in the belief that he's not even living his true life, like his true who he is. You understand what I'm saying? What up to the few? I don't think he's living like who he truly is. I don't believe he's this super gangster that he tries to portray. I don't think no one believes that. There's a lot of things that he can be that people will believe. That is not one. I have no idea what he truly is. What the hell? I don't know the guy personally. It's just I don't get the impression like the thing that he portrays is what he truly is. Is that fair? Just tapped in. 6ix9ine is a wannabe. He does what people want to see. Bars. I just don't even think he knows who he is. See, I know who I am, right? But a lot of people don't. That's why a lot of people struggle with certain things. I don't struggle with self-identity. You understand what I'm saying? If you look at the way I dress, if you look at the way I talk, if you look at the way I carry myself, it's eerily consistent because I know who I am. Some people just don't know who they are. It's a good thing I know who I am. I have people literally following me around, treating me, making sure every single person treats me like some completely different individual. Like, nobody treats me like who I am. Like, no one. Like, not one person that I know treats me like who I am. Oh, I don't really know anybody now. I don't know if I could call. Do I really know anybody? I don't think I know anybody, so that's not fair. Not one person. The only time people treat me even anywhere close to like who I am is when I'm doing my show outside. Other than that, when I'm just walking around, generally speaking, people treat me like somebody totally different other than who I am. If I didn't know who I was, I can't even imagine the conflict that I would have. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine the conflict I would have. It's like if I didn't know who I was. I have two, I've done, I've lived more than one life. That's, I don't even know how to explain it to you for the people that's just meeting me. Like the last 10 years. I lived a shitload of lives, man. I've lived a shitload of lives, man. I've done incredible things in a lot of different places. Like incredible things in a lot of different places. I promise you, anyone that knows me, that sees the situation that I'm in right now and what's going on in my life right now, they're 100%, anyone that knows me, and I'm not talking about haters, obviously. I'm talking about people that aren't haters, that know me. They'll tell you the shit that they're saying about that guy, none of that shit match. None of that shit match. I don't even know who y'all talking about. They'll tell you. I don't even know who you talking about, fam. That don't match with that nigga. I got the damn thing plugged in, but it's doing the slow shit where it goes slow, but it's still losing power. If anybody is enjoying any aspect of the show, they can pull up to the Cash App, Super Chat, and or PayPal. And I'm 100% accepting all Super Chats. I mean, all Cash Apps at the moment. I'll tell you that much. I wanted to go get Chinese food the other day. Let me tell you this story. So I wanted to get Chinese food the other day, but there's no Bank of America around here. So in order for me to get cash out of the machine, I gotta spend $250 to get the cash out of the machine. And then there's also a blind for everybody that don't know. When you get cash out of a lot of these machines, sometimes they charge you twice. You get charged for the transaction at the machine and charged for the transaction at the bank. So in order for me to get money out of the fucking machine, in order for me to buy $10 worth of Chinese food, I'm not spending $10. I'm spending $15. It's not even worth it to get $10 out the machine, man. I really like chicken wings and beef fried rice. It's not even worth it to get $10 out the machine, man. You're spending half of the money. It's not even worth it. Oh no, there's a couple of things I like, but but the main thing that I would go there to get is chicken wings with beef fried rice. But I like beef lo mein. I like beef and broccoli, General Tso's chicken a little. No pork. Um, Probably a couple of other things, but generally I'm gonna get chicken wings with ketchup, all of the ketchup, and then beef fried rice also with ketchup. And then I'm gonna get a shitload of duck sauce, and I'm gonna get at least one soy sauce packet. I haven't had orange chicken in a long time. I don't know. I haven't had orange chicken in a long time. And I like the beef egg rolls because I don't eat pork and I don't eat shrimp. There's this place in Brooklyn, down there near the Barclays, and they are a kosher Chinese. And so everything in there kosher. They don't use pork because they Muslim. For everybody that don't know, Muslim is actually one of the biggest religions in China, in any regard. So that Chinese food restaurant has beef egg rolls. I fucking love egg rolls, but I don't eat pork anymore. I stopped eating pork when I was like 16, 15, 16. And I don't eat shellfish. So I only could go there to get beef egg rolls, or I want to learn how to make egg rolls. I know you got to eat cabbage and shit. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I'm just bullshitting about whatever. We got a couple of seconds left on the charge to the phone. If y'all like this bullshitting around segment, you could always pull up to the super chat or the Cash App. Or y'all could just become Green Team members again. I would really appreciate people being Green Team members again. I be thinking, okay, so this is what they do. This is what I think they do. I think they go get people that used to be Green Team and then come in here and clone their accounts. That's what I think they be doing. I could be wrong though. But I do know that a lot of the fake accounts, when they be faking people, do be people who used to be Green Team. You know, they had people following me around and taking photos of me and then sending it to people that donate to the platform and telling them I was going to buy drugs. You know, they literally had people following me around. So let's say we do a show. Let's say on that show I get $50, $60. Let's say I go buy a dime bag of weed or some shit. You know, they have people following me around, filming me. So when I go buy the weed, they go send the video to people and tell people I'm going to go buy dope or I'm going to go buy heroin or some shit. You know that the anyway. So we got a lot of people that stopped donating to the page because they thought I was spending their money on getting heroin or some shit. And the whole entire time I was basically just using their money for food. In any regard. Anything else y'all want to talk about? The phone is about to cut off in a minute or two. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat real quick. Tell me now. Let's go over it. And I'm about to just let y'all go. Sometimes you just be thinking about like all the fuck shit that happened to you because people lie. You just be sitting there and you be like, I'm always wonder, like after the people find out that the person lied to them, like do they ever feel like remorse? Like, damn, that person lied to me about Frost. Like, do they ever feel like remorse? Not the liar, the person that got lied to. I'm always curious about that. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. Everybody enjoy y'all night. Like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bones. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. That's all I got on this one, and I'm out.